So when the dude take off running and like we take off after him, all I hear is my PTO say, "Get his ass!" Right? He was like, "Get his ass!" So I'm like, "All right, bet, here we go." All right, so my first ever foot pursuit since I became a cop um, actually happened back in, I want to say like either March or April. I had just graduated the academy in February, hit the street like I got like 2 weeks off or something like that after we graduated. Graduated February 19th, so hit the street sometime like early March or whatever. Um, and I remember like my first training officer that I had, because I had four of them while I was going through what they call PTO phase, right? So they paired me up with four different senior officers that pretty much like trained me up, showed me the ropes, you know, how to handle certain type of calls, right? Just like the basics on being a police officer and get you comfortable with the point to being in a police car all by yourself, like, you know, driving the car, operating the computer, listening to the radio, you know what I'm saying? Like learning how to get to different parts of the city where you might get dispatched to for a certain call. So your PTO, that's their main priority, that's their main job to build you up to that point, right? So I'm in my very first PTO. This dude told me, I remember he told me, I'll never forget, like, I remember this like it was yesterday. We was like leaving the precinct one morning, you know, heading out to hit the street, you know what I'm saying, start answering calls. And he was like, man, the two main things that I asked of you, he said, don't excessively be on your phone and don't give up when we're in a foot pursuit. So I'm like, all right, bet. So this particular day, when the foot pursuit actually happened, we was on a night shift, and man, it was cold as I don't know what, boy. So a call come out where this dude was like being disorderly in his Uber ride. So the Uber driver, you know, started feeling unsafe, started feeling uncomfortable with his passenger. So he called us to pretty much get him removed and, you know, see if we can help this dude out, see what's going on with it. Cause he might have some mental issues going on. He might be a little bit mentally unstable. So it's two officers already on scene by the time we pull up. Two officers on scene talking to this dude. Now it's a good gap of distance between them already. You know what I'm saying? Because I think before we even got there, before me and my PTO got there, this dude was already giving indicators that he was gonna run, right? That he was, like a flight risk or whatever, right? So I remember we pull up and my PTO tell me like, you know, at first we pull up and we stopped on the street. They kind of like off to the side, like on the pavement, kind of like on the sidewalk, if you will, kind of like this like mini lot or whatever. So we kind of like stopped beside him and the officers, and then he told me to keep going, but don't stop. So he had pretty much had me like turn into the driveway, turn around, and pretty much angle our car to where we are like now behind him, but he don't see us. But he did see us like ride past him because you know he not stupid or whatever, right? So we get out the car and we walk in, and I'm gonna insert a sound clip from the foot pursuit so y'all can hear it. I just can't unfortunately show the actual like foot pursuit because that'll be a violation like of our policies or whatever that's in place. So I'm about to insert this clip right now. So pretty much so we get out of the car, we walk in, and um the dude turns around. He was like, "See, I know I was stupid. I know y'all tactics." And he books it across the street. Like he books it like this way. So like he crossed, like me and my PTO walking this way. The dude comes across this way and books it like, you know, taking off. So I remember we running or whatever, we running. And one of my fellow officers, one of the guys that was first on scene, I just remember like seeing him out the corner of my eye. He fall down. And when that happened, I remember some of the guys were telling me, they was like, yeah, in your first foot pursuit, you will fall down. Like it is notorious to happen. I haven't fell down yet in a foot pursuit. I done been in a couple of them. I haven't fallen down yet. It just ain't been my turn. So I remember that dude fell down and like he was pretty much out of it. Like he was like, you know what I'm saying? He ended up going home later on that night, right? So we so I'm running after this dude, running after him, and so let me back up a little bit. So when the dude take off running and like we take off after him, all I hear is my PTO say, "Get his ass!" Right? He was like, "Get his ass!" So I'm like, "All right, bet, here we go." So so that's playing in my mind, and then also the fact that he said to me in a foot pursuit, "Don't give up." So I got that in my mind. I'm like, I don't know how fast this dude is, because he was kind of like a small dude. Like he kind of got the build like he might be a little fast just because he is a smaller frame dude. So I automatically assume Like, all right, this dude probably got some burners on him, right? Um, so I'm running out there, I'm booking it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, stop, police! Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all will hear it in the video. I'm like, stop, police! And I'm just running. Police, stop running! Police, stop running! And I remember, I caught this dude. I caught up to him right, like in this parking lot of this bar. And I remember I caught up to him from behind, and all you hear is I'm putting my hands on him. Get your ass on the ground. And my shoulder, I take both of my hands and put them on his shoulders, and my momentum, because I'm a big dude, right? I'm 6'2", like 260 at the time, right? So my momentum, I'm like falling to this dude. This dude, like, I kid you not, like 5'6", 5'7", probably like 150 on a good day, part soaking wet, right? So my momentum crashed into this dude, boom, we hit the ground. And I remember like feeling my hand and my knee like scrape up against the pavement and shit. And then I just remember saying like, put your hands behind your back. Like, so my adrenaline up, right? So my fellow officers at the time, like, you know what I'm saying, one I had like caught up to me at this point while the dude on the ground. And he was like, hey, chill, like we got him, you know what I'm saying? Like you can kind of relax, kind of bring down the intensity a little bit, right? Cause at this point, you know what I'm saying, I'm on this dude, like this is my first foot pursuit, right? So we cuff him, he get up, and then my PTO tell me to go get the car, cause you know obviously we had to leave the car where it was at. So I had to take that, like that's like a rookie thing. Like they make all the rookies like in a foot pursuit or whatever. Like they make you go get the car. Like you go get the car, you bring it over here to put the prisoner in the car, right? So boy, I go get the car, and at the time I didn't realize it, but when I got back and I saw the dude's face from my momentum crashing into him and us like falling on the pavement and like me landing on top of him, he had like this big ass like gash on his face. Like his shit was like swolled up like right above his eyebrow, right? So I'm like, damn. So pretty much we get the dude like to the hospital, you know what I'm saying, before we take him out of jail or whatever to get him cleared by the medical staff and everything like that. But the whole time I was in there in the hospital, this dude, he making like what they call like a spontaneous utterance. Like he's saying a bunch of off the wall things that don't really make a whole lot of sense. So yeah, we just assisted in that. Ended up taking the dude to jail. I forget what the charge was because me and my PTOs. Wait, I think me and my PTO was the one that took him down to the jail. I think, and I can't remember what we actually charged him with. I think we did charge him with like the eluding part, like trying to like evade law enforcement and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it was just crazy, bro. I'm like, wow, like my first foot pursuit happened like that. So that's pretty much it for this story, man. Y'all leave a like, leave a comment, any question y'all might have, law enforcement related. I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. And I understand I'm still a rookie, so I don't know everything, but if I can answer the question, I answer it. If I can't answer it, I'll be honest with you, man, and tell you, hey, I can't answer that. But make sure, like I said, you leave a like, you hit that subscribe button, man. Stay tuned for more stories just like this.